little darlings, Sandra here and welcome back to my channel. And today's episode I'm going to show you the pieces of the Kantha items, some of them, not all of them, that I altered and either re-dyed, took up, altered to make them fit me more. Didn't alter because I didn't love the piece, I altered them to give me a better look on my body. This is not the first one, believe it or not. The first one was a trial one and it was my head wrap. I didn't do any bleaching or nothing. All I did with the head wrap was just dunked it in a mixture of a browny pink Rit dye. And that's the colour she came out. I knew I wanted that kind of colour. I knew I wanted it solid. And that is my very first piece. The second piece is the one that you can see now. And you've seen her in another video. She was a Kantha Split Mew. And to be honest, the Split Mew, I love the split up the front, and this used to have a split either side and it was longer. It just didn't sit on my body as well as I would have liked it to be. I always had to belt it up to keep the back against my body. So I took the plunge and I left a good 3, 4, 5 inches at the bottom, and I just cut around, and this is my, I suppose this is my t-shirt alternative. I reach for this one all the time, and she just fits better. So I sewed up the sides, took the bottom off. I dunked it in bleach originally for like 5-10 minutes to pull some of the colour out, and then she went in a Rit dye bath. Really, it was just the colours that I had left, and they were like pinky. It was the same pinky brown as this. And it was my first experience of dyeing Kantha fabric. And as you can see, the patterns still remain. And I absolutely love this one. So this was my first piece that I did, and I noticed after I'd bleached her out, she went so incredibly, she was actually a harder Kantha when I first got her, and I never ever reached for her. I did try selling her, didn't get any one wanted her. I reduced the price, nobody wanted her, and then after I've done this, it's like she's my go-to piece that I just, you know, of an evening when you get changed, this is what I tend to put on, something like this. Well, actually this one. The next piece I did, I've sold. So now I want to show you, I'm not altering this one, but I want to show you the look of a high-low. These are for people who do not know Kantha fabrics and Kantha Bae. So I want to show you what it looks like originally before I show you an altered piece. So this is a high-low and how it looks. And I love this one. I'm not going to lie, I love this one. And this is what the back looks like. And you can see what I mean about the back juts out a bit. I think if you are flat there and you're flat there, it probably falls nice against your body. But certainly, and this one falls a bit flatter because it's longer. But I mean, you could see if it was a dress that it would be, oh, I turned it to a dress yet, I don't know. Anyhow, I want to show you what it looks like beforehand. So this is the before of one. Okay. So let me show you the next one that I had, that I altered. And this was a high-low. I haven't changed the colour or nothing, I've left it exactly as it is. And what I did was, I took the back up to the length that I wanted it, and then altered it to make it into a dress. In fact, let me just pull that back. And this is how she sits now. So the back is shorter, the sides I've sewed up, and then I took a chunk from the front, got it the length I wanted, and I just sewed it to the front, and I want to show you how that looks. And I wanted the squiggly white bits. I wanted it to have a 2-layer look. So that's one. And I sewed it to the underneath of it. Okay. So this is the original. And then underneath I just sewed a line. And I really like this because I don't need to wear pants with it. I mean, I'm wearing them for today so you can see. But this is a great length dress on me now. And yeah, I think you can see how she just falls nicely there now. And so that was the next one that I did, which, as you know, I have seen comments from people on Facebook on the Friends Besties page where people get a little bit upset with you altering the colour of items and bleaching them out and stuff. And I understand why. But ultimately, you've invested money in something, and I think you have to do what suits you, that you're going to wear it. It's pointless having things that are just hanging in your closet that look pretty if you're not going to wear them. So if you're not going to wear them, sell them. And if you can't sell them, look at the reasons why you don't like it, for what reason. The high-lows, I've had them previously. They were one of the first couple that I bought. I think I had 2 others, but I ended up selling them because I didn't like that jutty outbit. I didn't want to have to wear a belt if I didn't want to. And then it just pinged to me one day. I thought, we'll turn it into a dress. No. And now this is another one of these pieces that I go to quite a lot. What I call my comfort pieces. It's like this one. This is a t-shirty kind of length. This is one that if I get up in the morning and, you know, I'll show you, and I just want to just throw something on, go and pick up the mail, this is just one of those easy breezy pieces. She's knee length. She can be worn as a dress. I mean, in the winter now you could wear leggings or whatever. I just sorry to show you my pearly whites, but you get an idea of the length now. Okay, let's put these on because my windows are not covered, and Lord knows what the neighbours are going to think. Okay, so that is my next piece that I just wanted to show you. If you do decide to do any altering, you don't need a sewing machine, you can do it by hand. It's your item. Okay, so that's my dress. And I just love the way it falls now. And she falls really, really nicely. Don't need to belt her or anything. Now the next piece I did, I don't know. I'm probably going to sell her. It's another one where I cut it down. And for some reason I wanted a black or dark grey Kantha top. I don't know why it's been on my radar. You can't find it. So what I did was I bleached out quite a lot the pattern on this, and she's had several different dyes on top of her. I had to layer it up, to be honest. And she came out this colour, and I would say she's a dark grey, very dark grey, with some hints of really dark brown every now and then where the pattern was lighter. And the thing is, the colour just does nothing for me. So I'm probably going to sell her because there's probably somebody out there who has been after a darker piece. And I thought she'd be absolutely perfect on me, but because when my hair used to be blonde and longer, the blacks, the greys, the navies were all the colours that I used to wear. And then obviously as things change, as your body changes and stuff like that, you don't realise that some colours just don't suit you that used to suit you before. So this to me is too stark a colour, and yeah, but I wanted to show you that she's been cut with a little V angle there, which I thought was quite pretty, and she's a bit longer at the back. So I'm probably going to put this up on the Facebook BST, which is the Buy, Sell and Trade page, see if anybody wants to buy her. Somebody just bought the last one that I did, and yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the top, and I could bleach it out again, but I just figured, well, if there's somebody out there who likes the darks, just leave them. Just, you know, it might be somebody's cup of tea, so I'm not really gonna mess around. Let me just pop this one back on, just so I've got a top on. Okay, if you haven't seen my previous videos, the next one I did was the Harmony Jumpsuit. And with this jumpsuit, I did bleach her out for 5-10 minutes just to loosen up the fixative that was on it, and she got the black and eggplant treatment. So this is this one, and I love this one. She came out so good. And she still has patterns running through her, see? So that was that one. The next one I did were the lounge pants. If you've seen a previous video, you've seen me styling these. I did not bleach these. All I did was I washed them, obviously, and I altered the waistband. I undid all the stitching, took off the elastic waistband, and I added my own elastic that is makes my fit better to my body. And she definitely retained a lot of the pattern. And I don't turn in the same colour as this one. It's just, you'll see, not everything picks up exactly the same. I mean, you could go and buy a colour from Rit and expect it to be that colour when you dye something, but unless it's completely white, it's not going to be that way. But I wanted you to see that's those, and these are definitely two of my favourites. The last piece is the Harmony Jumpsuit that I've just done, but I made another alteration to her yesterday. I figured I'd show you her. She's the one that I've just done with the wine and the tan, and I wore her all day yesterday. But the bottom of the jumpsuit, I wanted it to be elasticated. So all I did was I made just a tiny little hole in the bottom. I don't know where I did it now. And then I threaded through my own elastic. Actually, I suppose I could put her on and show you. I'm sure if I get letters of complaints, I have to open the curtains because the lighting sucks otherwise. But I want to show you how the bottom of this one turned out now. So I wanted a jumpsuit that had the plain wide leg. But some of these jumpsuits, when you get them through, they're not all the same length. Some are longer, some are shorter. This was actually a bit shorter on me. And so you can see what I've done. Let me just get this. So as you can see, that's the colour, and all I did literally was, and I made it a looser elastic. So now she's elasticized at the bottom because I need her to be able to move up and down my leg. See that? So I just, I went to Joanne Fabrics. I bought, quite a bit of elastic from there, enough to do my pants and stuff. And then I just cut two. What I did was I got the elastic, I put it around my leg, and then I doubled it up. So it was each piece was about this long. Threaded it through, tied it off, and now I have, as you can see, that going on. And I like that. It just alters the jumpsuit just a little bit. But yeah, that's that one. So what do you think, guys? Are you going to alter any pieces? You're going to keep them? I'm not an expert at any of these things that I do. I did try it. So know that if you do try a piece, whatever you do, you have to live with, okay? And as long as you're happy with whatever colour it comes out and you're going to wear it, then I think that that's a great thing to do. Obviously, you know, don't just buy something and dye it out, but if you already have existing pieces of things, and it doesn't even have to be Kantha fabric. Let me just put this on over this, see what it looks like. Oh, hello. Oh, that looks so cute, doesn't it? Okay, well, didn't mean to style it that way, but that looks so cute. That's not what I'm wearing today, but it looks so cute. So do and alter what you can. Some of the pieces that Kantha Bae sell don't particularly fit my body as much as I would like, and those pieces I no longer own. I've either sold or traded them, and I know now what does and doesn't look good on my body, and that took a while to that did take a while to figure that out. And then the pieces that didn't gel that well, that I couldn't sell, they're the ones that I've altered, okay? And I just want you to know that. I know I keep repeating it, I apologise, but now I wear them. I mean, you know, I didn't think this was going to go together. Let's try it with the dress. It's another try on day. So this is the dress that I made. Let's just see how the dress looks. I don't know, might look shy, not very good, but I think even with the dress, the only thing you gotta know is that if you go to the bathroom, you gotta take the dress off. But I mean, it could definitely be layered. So I like that versatility of these pieces. That is what I love about, I love about Kantha fabric anyway. I love about Kantha Bae. So those are my pieces that I have altered, guys. Little Miss Lulu is staring up at the camera from the window. She's sitting on the window at the moment. She's a bit disappointed I didn't get any offers for Morris. Aren't you, darling? She misses her brother and sister. The two cats that passed away. She was the baby, and Jack was her brother, and he died on September 11th, 4 years ago, September 11th, from cancer. And her elder sister died from old age, believe it or not, in the February of that year. So she lost the two cats that she grew up with in the same year. So I think, not that I mean to change the scope of this, but yeah, that was hard. And now she has Morris, because Morris turned up. It's strange how events happen, isn't it? Because the December before, there was a stray cat living outside the front, well, living on our estate, and he'd watch me walk. I could see in the distance he would watch me walk my three cats, Lulu, Jack and Anna. We always used to walk out the back. We got all cornfields at the back. We would go for long walks, all three of us. Don't get me wrong, they would dump me when they saw a mouse, but we used to go for long walks. And I think because he'd seen that, long story short, he ended up still living right outside the front of my front door, and then the temperatures plummeted, and long story short, he moved in. And so he moved in the December. I took him in, and then I lost Anna to old age at the age of 19, and then I lost Jack. And I find that very difficult to talk about that one. But anyhow, so now she's left with Morris, and I don't know I don't know how you feel about how animals feel, but I definitely feel that, you know, to her, he moved in and the other two left. I'm just wondering if that's how she looks at it. Anyhow, I have those two. I have those two animals now. I have Lulu and Morris. Morris is definitely an outdoor cat as well. Don't get me wrong. He's a little scruddle bug. He's not little. He's big. But he had been abused, so I worked with him. We work with him. He didn't like men, but he does not like being in. So she's a people cat. She grew up with us as a baby. We know everything about her. So now I've had Morris for 4 years, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, they get on, but it's not like when she had a brother and sister, you know. But she got to the top of the pecking order, and she lets him know it when he's in the house, and then when she goes out with Mama, he lets her know it. That's just the way animals are. Didn't mean to talk about that. I didn't think I was going to talk about that. Hard to talk about your fur babies. Anyhow, so this is what I'm going out in today. Just my regular Amazon pants, and then this is a silk split Mew. This Mew came when I ordered her. This is not a colour I would normally order. I would never go for the blues ever. But when I saw her, I was just mesmerised. So when she came, I was like, oh, I'm never going to wear that, because what am I going to wear it with? So I'm just pairing her with this silk shrug, and the colours don't have to go. I mean, hopefully it looks nice. I wanted the pop of the red at the bottom to go with the pop of the red in this silk Mew, silk shrug. See? And all in all, the patterns on this is just, I mean, look at the pattern on this, guys. She's mesmerising. Look at those. This is the silk Mew, and she has the same pattern, I'm not sure if you can see, running through there, and then the shrug has designs. Anyhow, I've waffled far too long for you, my guys. People are going to start unsubscribing and saying, Sandra, shut up and just show us the clothes. But this is today's look. I've got to go out shopping, so this is today's. Anyhow, did not mean to turn that into a thing about my cat, and I do apologise. I'm not going to refilm it. And if you got fur babies, you know where I'm coming from. But this today was about the clothes that I have and how I've altered them to fit my lifestyle and how I like to wear clothes, and I love them, to be honest. Let's just put this on the oven now. Anyhow, I hope you got something from that, my darlings. I really do. Now you get some ideas of how things have been altered. You don't need to be a seamstress. If you can sew by hand, sew by hand. It's your item. You're the one wearing it. Like I say, I've never altered the silks. I tried once and I'm never going to do that again. I'm not that much of an expert. But I'm very happy with the things that I have altered. And other than that grey top that's probably going to go for sale, everything else I'm very happy with. So I've waffled long enough. I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let me just put my necklace back on. And yeah, if there's any questions you've got for me, ask any questions. Any comments would be great. And if you haven't already subscribed and you don't mind the musings and mumblings of a middle-aged English lady, crazy English lady. You could subscribe, or if you just like the video, a thumbs up. In the meantime, look after yourselves, guys. Love y'all.